Hi you guys, welcome back to the desk corner. I actually have something very exciting to share with you guys today. I was gifted this for Christmas by a friend, and these are the Holbein colored pencils, the 12 set of pastel tones. Now you guys, I was not planning on buying these anytime soon, even though they have become available in the US recently, but as you know, they are expensive and often out of stock and hard to get your hands on. However, they have been all the rave lately, so I thought it would be really fun to do this unboxing. I'm filming this the day after Christmas because I just couldn't wait, and I'd like to get started on this today because I will be doing a demonstration artwork and everything. I might have to get to that tomorrow, but I thought we could unbox this together and get to swatching these pencils. That was an alarm I set, but this comes in plastic, and I'm just going to open this. I had to cut that part out because that was really loud. Okay, so here is the tin. Obviously, we have the English up here, the Japanese there, and it says a set of 12 colors in delicate pastel tones. You have got this photo here that showcases the beautiful colors, and then there isn't anything that is written on the back or stuck to the back. Oops, I'm already going to cause damage here. So, oh my gosh you guys, I just caught a peek at how they look. Look at this, look at this. That's like a beautiful rainbow of pastel colors. Oh wow. 36 set, 24 set, basic design pastel. I don't know the difference between basic and design. I know that basic is like a normal 12 set of colors that comes with the regular range. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into this. Look how beautiful they are. They are just gorgeous. I can't stop looking at them. I have already sketched out this little swatch chart. Okay, here's my tiny little swatch chart. I messed up with the ruler there. It kind of slipped while I was lining that, so that's why that line is all curvy. So I first want to go through the colors, you guys. Okay, so with this set, you get cream. That's this first one, and ooh, it's a little bit hard to take it out. There's a little sheet here. So I'm just gonna leave that like that so it's easier to take this out. So this is the color cream. It has this warning Cancer sign on it, which is a little bit frightening. It has 2 stars on it. I don't know what light fastness rating system they use, so we will just ignore that for now, since I don't know much about it. Their cream is more yellow than the Polychromos cream, I think. I'd have to compare it. It looks pretty similar. Okay, next we've got Naples Yellow, and this is a very kind of pale Naples Yellow. This one has 2 stars as well, whatever it means. Salmon Pink. This has 1 star on it, and that's definitely a true salmon pink. Let me make sure my camera is in autofocus. So can you guys see that color? That's a really nice salmon orangey pink color. Okay, and next we've got, what's this one? Pink. This one has 2 stars. So just plain old pink. It's a very soft pink. Okay, now moving on to the more like violet side, we have Rose Pink. This has 1 star. Then we've got Mauve. This one has 2 stars. Kind of a like lavender color. Next we've got Wisteria, which has 2 stars as well. I really like this color of purple. It's very beautiful. I cannot wait to swatch that. Next we have Lavender Blue. This has 3 stars. I'm not sure. I think that might be a good thing. I think that the 3-star rating in this system is better, but I'm not completely sure. So this is Lavender Blue. Next we have Sky Blue. I think that's a pretty true sky blue. This one is Ice Green. This has 2 stars. I love this color. It's kind of a color that you don't see in all pencil sets. I think my Caran d'Ache Pablos actually have one kind of similar, so that's very nice. Then we have Cobalt Green. Very pretty. 2 stars on this one, by the way. for any of you guys that know the light fastness system that Holbein uses. And then 2 stars on this one too. This is lettuce green. That is such a pretty color. I want to keep them in the correct order. And I had to cut myself off there, you guys. That was getting to be a little too long, so I'm going to upload the real-time version of my unboxing, swatching, and demonstration drawing up to my Patreon for anyone interested in more of a real-time situation or style of video. But here I'm just going to speed through some of these parts that we don't really need to hear me talking through. And I'm going to swatch now. This part was so exciting for me, you guys, because a lot of the pencils turned out a little different than I thought they were going to be based on the casing. So with cream, it definitely falls more on the yellowish side. It's less of an off-white and more of a yellowish, kind of like the polychromos cream. Then we've got Naples Yellow, which actually turned out to be deeper than I thought based on the pencil casing alone. So Naples Yellow turned out to be more of like a neutral. Salmon Pink was perfect. I think it is the perfect salmon color. It's not too pink, not too orange, so I like that color a lot. And then our pink tone, this kind of falls right in the middle, not too purplish, not too orangish. We also get rose pink as we move into our purples. This is one of my favorites actually. I really like rose pink. And then mauve. Now, when we get to mauve, I don't really know how I would describe this color. Maybe it's more of a lilac. I think I said lavender earlier, but it's more of a lilac, I think. And it's really pretty. And Wisteria is by far my favorite color in the entire set. You guys, look how beautiful that purple is. It is just perfect. And then we get lavender blue. I also really like this shade of blue. It is definitely a pastel color. Some of these are a bit deeper than I was expecting. Sky blue, super bright and a very true sky blue. Nothing much to say about that one. But the addition of ice green was actually kind of exciting because not all color sets come with this particular color. It just reminds me of the movie Frozen for some reason. Then we get cobalt green. This was pretty bright and pretty and definitely a more pastel version of the color cobalt green. And then finally we get lettuce green. It kind of just reminds me of like an earthy green, but just a little bit brighter. There was also a portion of this video where I compared my Holbein pastel colors to the ones that I kind of made up in the video I did a few months ago, where I decided to try to match colors I already had to the Holbein pastel tones and see which ones kind of overlap and which ones don't. So if you guys want to see that, that's going to be up on my Patreon. I'm not going to include it in the video. It's going to take too long in today's video. And I don't really want to make a separate video since I only have 12 Holbein colors, but maybe if I obtain more someday, I can make a whole video comparing that. Here I've got my little cupcake all sketched out just using my Canson mixed media paper. Very simple. It has a good amount of tooth to it. And then I'm going to cheat. Unfortunately, I'm using Holbein Black and Holbein Soft White, which I previously owned, just so I could get some contrast. It's very hard to get contrast when you only are using pastel colors like this. So I thought it would be fair, especially that they are the Holbein Black and White anyway. I don't even know where to start, you guys, because there's so much to say in only a couple minutes of me doing this drawing. Oh my gosh. So to start out with, I worked on the vanilla cake part, and thank goodness it was vanilla, by the way. I did not have the colors to make chocolate. There are no browns in this set, and it was very difficult for me to even create a resemblance or a semblance of a brown with black and other colors. So I did use salmon pink to create the shadows mixed with black, and the main base color was Naples Yellow. And somehow I was able to make it work with the black and the salmon pink. I really didn't think I was going to be able to make that work, but I think it turned out all right. And next I decided that in order to use as many colors as possible in this drawing, particularly I wanted to use all the colors, I would have to make the frosting a nice rainbow swirl of colors. So that's exactly what I did, and I really liked how that part turned out. I started out with Wisteria for the bottom kind of base frosting area. I got a little bit lost in the frosting, by the way. Sometimes I get lost in my sketch when it includes lots of details like this, so I don't know if it completely makes sense, but it ended up looking fine in the end, so that's okay. I was using black as my main source for the shadows, so, you know, sometimes it looks a little bit dark, but I was working with what I had. I definitely felt like this was a challenge to only use these pencils. And so next I transitioned into mauve. which is one of my other favorite colors from this set. It's really, really gorgeous. And you guys, by the way, having a paper with tooth, I think really helped me out here. I have heard before that some people have struggled using these pencils on a smooth paper, and I can kind of understand why with the way that they glide over the paper. It's very unique. They glide over the paper in a way that I haven't experienced before with pencils, even though they're firm like polychromos, but they don't really go on like polychromos. And so I really enjoyed layering them on this toothy paper, but I feel like on a smoother paper it would be a bit more trouble. I've heard from a couple people before watching their reviews that they had trouble. I remembered that and decided, okay, well, when I do it, make sure that I use a toothy paper just in case, and I'm glad that I did. So I went into lavender blue and pink. Then for the top, I used cream and salmon pink for that just little bit of frosting right at the top. Added a few details there to make it stand out more. And then for the highlights, I went in with the Holbein Soft White. I used it to try to smooth some areas out, but I soon realized that you couldn't really layer too much on top of it once you put it down. This is a soft white, not the regular white. I don't have the regular white, so it might be a different story with that one. But at least with the soft white, definitely put it down last because it's really difficult to get any pencil over top once you put that color down. So now I'm going to work on the actual cupcake wrapper. I just kind of started out with black for all the shadows because I didn't really know what else to do, and I didn't want to lose my contrast here. I knew it would be hard for me to blend the colors with black, but I just sort of accepted it. Then I decided to use my blues and greens to create this kind of blend, so it came out a little bit like a rainbow again, starting with sky blue at the bottom, then cobalt blue, I believe, or maybe it was sky blue, then ice green, then cobalt green, and then lettuce green at the very top. As you can imagine, this was hard to mix with the black in order to get those shadow tones, but I think I made it work, and the overall blend turned out a lot more subtle than I thought it would be. Now looking back at this, I think I forgot to use rose pink except for maybe some of the shadowed areas, but I definitely used it a little bit in that shadow underneath. So I did end up using all of the colors in this demonstration drawing, thank goodness. Alright you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. I had such a fun time trying out these pencils for the first time, or trying out these pastel colors. I am so excited about it still. Thank you so much to the person that purchased these and sent them to me. That was so awesome and amazing of you. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little talk about how I feel about these pencils so far. Again, this isn't a comprehensive review. I never do that for products I just bought. It's more just like a fun, I just bought this or I just received this type of review, unboxing type of thing, demonstration. So again, here are the pencils. They are so beautiful. Here is the swatch sheet that I made for them, which fits nicely into the tin. And I did use the soft white and black, so I'm glad I had these already because that came in handy. That really did come in handy. And then here's my cupcake. I feel like this is a little bit of a New Year's celebration themed thing as well. It's a little cupcake, so Happy New Year, you guys. I know that's in a couple days by the time I post this. And here's to a great 2022. Thank you to all of you, because this is the last video of 2022. So I just want to remind you guys that I'm very grateful to all of you who have supported, commented, subscribed, liked my videos, all that sort of stuff. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited to see what we have in store for this channel in 2022. I am hoping for it to be a more fun year. 2020 and 2021 were a little bit down in the dumps, if I'm being honest. And I kind of just want this to be a fun year for my channel. I'm excited for next year, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!